In this video, I'm going to show you how to structure your Empower Network blog post. I'm going to show you how to put your H1 tag in, H2 tag, H3 tag. We'll touch base on keyword density. We'll put an image in there. We'll get a YouTube video in there, and we'll get your signature in there, and we'll do it very, very quickly. So the first thing that I do is obviously write out my blog post, my article. Now, just a bit of advice here. If you are writing your blog post, your article in Microsoft Word, do not copy and paste it direct from Word into your WordPress blog. Reason being is it just messes up the code. Copy and paste it into Notepad first, and then from Notepad paste it into your blog post. So I'm going to take my headline here, which is what is Empower Network. Now that's actually the keyword here as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that in the headline there. I'm going to Control V and it will paste it in. Now I'm going to go get the body of the blog post, highlight all that, I'm going to copy that, and I always put it on text when I'm copying anything into my blog post. Call it habitual, but it keeps it clean as well, so there's no problems with coding issues. I'll then put it onto visual, and there we can see we've got the content of our blog post. Now what I do, I run through my blog post, make sure that the paragraphs are no more than 3 or 4 lines, preferably 3, keep it to 2, doesn't matter if it's 1 line. That type of thing running through your blog post is much better than a mass of text just all clumped up together. So you want to break it up so it's nice and legible. So I just flick down it, break that up there, gonna break that up there, break it up there. So we're breaking it up into paragraphs, 3 to 4 lines on each paragraph. Doesn't matter if you've got the odd one at 3 or 4. Sometimes you can't break it up, but as best you can, break it up into 2, 3, 4 lines per paragraph. Okay, so that's it all broken up. You can see it's nice and legible. And what we'll do is we'll progress through putting this together, structuring it. You can always preview it. Now what I will say here is if you're going after the search engine traffic, you want your keyword in the H1 tag, H2 tag, H3 tag, that being your anchor text as well. I'm going to show you that in just a second. But also you want to have the keyword appearing throughout your content 2 to 5%. Okay, if that doesn't make sense here, you're not good at maths, just sprinkle it 3 or 4 times throughout your content. You want your content to be in between 500 and 750 words long. That's what the search engine's like. So this here, the headline, what is Empower Network? The search engines consider this as your H1 tag. Now your subheadline, I always turn this into a H2 tag, but you can also have a H1 tag here also. But for me, I like to make it a H2 tag. So I'm going to make it a H2 tag. So come over to where it says paragraph, drop down menu, put that into a H2 tag. Now you can centralize that if you so wish. I'm going to centralize it here. Now as we come down, what I also like to do is break the content up with headlines. So I'm going to make this, it's about doing it the right way. I'm going to make that a H2 tag also. I'm going to show you the reason why I do it this way when we look at the preview here. So I'm just going to break that up as well. Ordinary people achieving extraordinary results. Make that a H2 tag. What is Empower Network? Is it some kind of cult? Going to make that a H2 tag. Everyone achieves more. Going to make that a H2 tag. going to make Y a H2 tag. And then at the bottom here, this is going to be our H3 tag. You see where it says click here? Going to turn that into an external link, okay? But it's important for the search engines, one, that you've got the keyword in your H1 tag, got the keyword in your H2 tag. You can have various H2 tags. You don't want to overcook it with keywords on your H2 tags, but as long as you've got it in one H1 tag, one H2 tag, and then we need it in a H3 tag. So we're going to turn this into a H3 tag, which is our anchor text. And then what we're going to do here, we're going to hyperlink this, and we're going to turn this text into a hyperlink, and we're going to create an external URL. So when people click on it, they're going to go to one of our Empower Network lead capture pages, or it can go to your join page. So I'm just going to use the join page here as an example. So you can use any of your lead capture pages. So I'm going to take my URL. I'm going to come back to my content here. I'm going to Control V to paste that in. Make sure it's opened up in a new window, and then add link. And so that's it. H1, H2, H3. Lovely for the search engines. Sprinkle the keyword 3 or 4 times throughout your content, and voila, the search engines will love your content. So what we can do, we want to make it a little bit colorful. We are going to put images in. We're going to do that in the next video here, but I just want to show you how to structure this first. So we might just make what is Empower Network. Let's make that blue. Help us at hand. Let's make that red. Now you don't want to overdo it with colors and bits and pieces here, and you might want to go through the content and bold some letters, some wording. Let's just go. Most importantly here, just want to bold that. You know, so you want to do this with prominent keywords so that they stand out on the page, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second. So that's everything that we need to do there. What you want to do then is preview it, make sure it's all kind of structured okay, so you can continuously do that as you're creating your blog post or your article. And here we go. We can see H1 tag, what is Empower Network? H2 tag, what is Empower Network keyword? Now you can see here that I broke the content up with H2 tags, but there's no keywords in there, okay? But this one here, keyword again. So no more than 2 H2 tags with the keyword in, and then you can use H2 tags to your heart's content, really, and just don't overdo it. So what I would do, I'm going to go back and see this here. It's your life, it's your decision, it's your choice. Let me get this here. I'm going to make that a H2 tag, just to break it up again. So I'm going to come down here. It's your life, it's your decision. It should be your choice. Got to turn that into a H2 tag. And then we're going to preview it. So here we go. And you can see it's all nicely broken up. Bit of colour in there, bit of blue. Got a bit of red there, might bold those. But I'm just going to leave them as they are, just to give you a few ideas. And you know, you can highlight, you can bold some of the text to make certain words stand out. And here we have got our H3 tag with our anchor text in it, and when we click on that, it's taken to, could be one of the lead capture pages, could be your join page, just giving you an example here. So I'm just going to click off that. So I would be happy, I'll be happy enough there with the structure of that content, because let me tell you what people do when I do this myself. When anybody comes to your blog and reads a blog post, the first thing that they'll do is they'll look at the headline. Now, if the headline's captivating enough, I know that this is not a striking headline here, but if you look at the H2 tag, what is Empower Network, it's all about you, your family, and some kick-ass marketing. So between the two of these, the H1, the H2 tag, You want it as striking as you possibly can. You want to captivate and you want to draw people in. It's almost like reading a newspaper. When you're flicking through a newspaper, you'll see a headline, you look at the headline, see the sub-headline, and then you'll start reading the actual article itself. But people will flick through and read down the headlines, and then they'll come back to the top and start reading. Invariably, that's what people do. So if you were happy with that, you didn't want any images in it, you weren't putting a video in it, you just wanted to get some content straight out there, post it on your blog, then you've looked over it, you're happy with it, then all you need to do is you come back to your actual blog post itself. Now what I will say here, there's a couple of things that we need to do before we would publish this. So I'm just going to copy my headline and we're going to put it in the tag here. So I'm going to Control V. Now again, let me give you a bit of a advice here. A lot of people put keyword after keyword in the tags. Don't do it. The reason being is you want your blog post as unique as it possibly can be. So whatever your headline is up here, you want to copy and paste that and put it in to your tag, and don't put anything else in it, just add. That's all you need to do. So when the search engines come along, they've got the keyword in here, they've got the headline, H2 tag, H3 tag, sprinkled throughout your content. We've got an external link, we've got the anchor text, we've got the tag in here. Now all we need to do is create a category. I'm going to put it under Empower Network, but if you didn't have a category and you wanted to create another category, a different category, you just add new category and pop it in there. Simple. That is your blog post optimized for the search engines. If you're not putting any images in or videos in,